Bringing up Graeme Kenna.
This is the voicemail of Graeme Kenna from the Legal Department for Adult Services in Bradford Council. Please leave a message and I will get back to you.
After you've finished your message, just hang up, or to hear more options, please press 1.
Yes, hello, Mr. Kenna. It's Mr. Hussain here, once again leaving yourself a daily message regarding my brother Talib Hussain, whom you are unlawfully holding captive and in captivity in your care and custody at a private prison that's now being run for my brother at Sunningdale Care Home. I'm ringing them up every single day, trying to contact and speak to my brother. You've initially kidnapped my brother on false allegations that I was neglecting him, and then put police bail and conditions in place. The police wouldn't have done that. It's you, because subsequently the police have refused to speak to me. And so you put bail conditions in place for the 9 months, then released me from those bail conditions so I could see my brother. Also, you could arrange a contrived staged event to justify further denying me access to my brother. You didn't get that justification, and now you're just simply ignoring me. And that's how often you do. You just simply ignore people and refuse to address the outstanding issue. Now, why can I not speak to my brother on the telephone after a very successful visit? There was no successful visit. It was always a contrived contrivance, set up staging to find the justification to stop me from seeing my brother. Why are you stopping me from seeing my brother? Because I'm charging you £1 million a week. I was charging you £1 million a week. It's gone up to £7 million a week now, hasn't it? Because you can't justify what you're doing. You have no legal authority or legal framework to do so. And one of the reasons that you're acting in a pusillanimously cowardice manner as a local authority by refusing to engage is your refusal to engage with me directly. You want me to speak to answer your questions. You make some false allegations to the police, and the police can threaten me to arrest me if I don't come down to the police station for a voluntary interview. When I go down for a voluntary interview, I get slandered and called a liar and all sorts of other stuff to antagonize me and enrage me, so you could just then justify your actions. You've spent a great deal of time, money and effort and resources in order to paint me out as a villainous, evil person, an abusive, aggressive individual. You're trying to coach and corral me into situations which then end up you looking bad upon you, and you then walking away. Like, for example, now you've kidnapped my brother. What have you found? Did you find any neglect? The police are a year-long investigation, all right, whilst you detain my brother unlawfully in this manner. This is completely making a complete and utter mockery of the whole judicial and legal system, isn't it? It's a complete farce created by you. I'm sending you daily email messages. I'm including the Justice Secretary. I'm including the Home Secretary. I'm including the Prime Minister. You've read those emails, which you're receiving daily. What are you doing about it? All you're looking to do is look to find ways to throw me under the bus, whilst at the same time causing my brother from human suffering, pain and misery. This is how you operate. This is the true racist, Islamophobic agenda, isn't it? And your whole country is burning down now, isn't it? The whole country is in rioting right up and down the country. Obviously, it's terrible that things are being destroyed in this manner, and people are suffering. But ultimately, it is an indicative of the distress and anxiety caused by everybody through your lies and deceptions and your peddling of falsehoods. Why can't I see my brother? It's been now a year. I was arrested under your instructions by West Yorkshire Police and Bradford Council under a joint enterprise. Had me arrested, had me detained, come and search the whole house, crime investigation and everything, and now subsequently kidnapped my brother, stolen his passport, won't let me speak to him. And this is just completely horrific and villainous and evil action that you're taking. And I'm trying to remain cool, calm and collected whilst you're in the background plotting, planning, scheming, conniving in order to sabotage and destroy me. I'm one of the most cool-headed, level-headed and cool people that you'll meet, isn't it? Because you know yourself, if you were to endure 10% of what I'm having to do, you would lose your mind. You would all go off your rockers. For a year now, my brother's not seen his own family members. He's not gone on holiday. All you're looking to do is torture and victimize us. You're looking to plunder his money and then claim that it's all done in his best interest. Was it all done in my mother's best interest? What situation have we left there? You were trying to corral and railroad me into meeting my mother whilst there were court proceedings, and you had privately commissioned out the senior High Court Justice, Mr. Justice Cohen, and Mr. Justice Cobb to achieve your objectives. This is how you operate. You buy off the judges, your courts, and the judiciary. You've perverted the institution of justice. Also, you can claim to be the city of culture. All lies and deceptions. And the longer we go on, the more and more it's going to get difficult for you to maintain your present situation and stance as being an egalitarian, benevolent, local authority, impoverished and humbly looking to do your duty of care, when the reality is all lies, is all falsehoods. You are evil, vindictive, cruel, and spiteful. This is all out of spite, isn't it? You won't let me see my brother out of spite, and as a consequence, my sister is now suffering. You've torturing other people as well, and this is how the situation is unraveling now. You are now getting so desperate that you're trying to lay further false allegations against me about criminal damage. The only criminal damage that's occurred here is you destroying my £350 million care home at 20 Primary Way. That's what's happened here. You know it and I know it. You've taken a great deal of pleasure in torturing me and torturing and murdering my mother, as you have taken a great deal of pleasure in torturing and murdering my older brother and father. There's nothing more emblematic and symbolic than that Asian kid who face down after being tasered, being kicked in the back of the head, isn't it? There's nothing more symbolic and emblematic of the situation we're facing. We are being tortured and spat at and booted in the head while you grind us down, and you claim to be a local authority. Why are you refusing to speak to me? Why are you not let me even speak to my brother? What possible reason could there be, considering he was in 24 hours in my care, and whilst you retained all his money unlawfully by buying off the judges and the courts and everything like this? This is a badly put together facade that you're getting more difficult as each day goes by. It's getting more and more difficult for you to sustain, and you're spending more time, money, and resources in order to maintain a status quo that is obviously detrimental to everybody's interest, including yourself. Now I'm sending you daily emails. You've murdered my mother. Have I rioted? Have I burnt down buildings as they are doing now? My own mother, you would not let me see her for the last 334 days. As a consequence, my brother Talib did not get to see his mother. Your level of evilness and the debauchery is beyond compare. My sister's suffering, I'm suffering, my brother's suffering, and you can't be bothered to answer the phone. You can't even be bothered because what is it? Tiresome? Is it? Am I likely to irritate you? That's what I call
You're approaching the maximum allowed time for recording a message. If you wish to record further, please choose the append option from the menu. If you've finished recording, just hang up. If you don't carry on recording or hang up, your message will be deleted. To listen to your message, press 1. Please record the rest of your message after the tone. When you've finished recording, press the hash key.
Mr. Kenna, this is the level of your hubris and pride, isn't it? That you don't even feel it justified to even speak to me. Do you find me disdainable and contemptible? When the reality is that you should all take a good hard look at yourselves in the mirror. You are the true degenerates and barbarians that cannot even entertain a civilized conversation, while you can plot, plan, and conspire to cause our suffering and misery. What's wrong? I just want to talk to you. You can get a police officer to come down, arrest me, and force to answer their questions, interrogate me, and slander me. But I can't even get you to speak to me and answer the simplest question. How have you taken my brother from my care? Under what legal authority and framework? And you can't just give me sound bites and hope to get away with it. You have no legal authority or jurisdiction.
Sorry, but you've reached the maximum time available for recording your message. To listen to your message, press 1. Message sent. Goodbye.
You have no legal jurisdiction to detain my brother in this unlawful manner. This is false imprisonment, and they know it, I know it, and this is one of the reasons that they're remaining silent. The police know as well he's unlawfully detained. I'm sending a message every day to the Chief Constable, to the Chief Executive of Bradford Council, to the Chief Constable of West Yorkshire Police, all being met with silence. But yet there are other criminal charges that they're looking to level up on me, not just the neglect of my brother, but now criminal damage of the property. It's just all the same, isn't it? They've just rigged the system and geared it towards themselves 100% to the detriment of our human suffering and misery. Completely deplorable and detestable.